All right, I want to welcome everybody. You are here with me. I am here with you. We are together. I know that sounds kind of profound, but my name is Scot Kenkel, and you probably came here to hang out with me because either you had nothing better to do today, or maybe you wanted to come learn something, and you're going to learn something. It's going to be about an hour of learning. It's going to go fast. It's going to go quick. You're going to have questions. And if you do have questions, that's good because you can always just type those in right there to your left. I think that's to your left. That'd be my right, your left. But our topic today is really about how to work with expired listings, how to really go out there. And for some of you that are here, maybe you're here because you do want to, and there's a lot of agents out there that don't want to. But I want to give you a few reasons why I believe you should right now embrace the idea of working with expired listings. First of all, there has never been more expireds than right now, and there's a lot of reasons for this. The housing market, rising inventories, prices going down in some markets. It's also because agents who aren't really trained properly aren't preparing their sellers the way they should. Sellers have these expectations because for all of mankind, we've had houses go up in value. If you don't know what you're talking about, and you do because you're here with me, you might very well, let a listing sit for too long because no one's buying it because you didn't know to tell the seller to lower the price. But nonetheless, right now today, there's more of those out there than ever before, and that's one reason why I think you should be fired up about working with expireds. But another reason is there's just no competition. I mean, most of the agents that you think are out there working the expireds aren't. The ones who know what they're doing or know what to do think it's too much work, and there's others that don't really know what they're doing. And you might wonder, well, what is it? I mean, what is it that really makes the other agents, kind of shy away from, working the expireds? Well, they overcomplicate it. I mean, more than likely, if you've ever talked to another agent and talked about expireds or working expireds, maybe they said to you, no, I did it once. I mean, I did it at one time, remember? I mean, you've all done it one time. And that's part of the reason you stopped doing it. Because you had a bad reaction. But here's what most other agents have in their mind. They have such a negative image in their mind about working with expireds, which is good for you because they're not here. I mean, if your competition thinks that working with expireds is really scary and they're not doing it, that's great. Just hope they don't find out about me. Because if they find out about me, they're going to figure out that it's really, really a whole lot easier, which, by the way, is number 3, why you should learn to do this, because it is not hard at all. It is very easy, and I'm going to share with you some statistics. But let me tell you this. It's really, when it comes to working with expireds, it's not knowing what to say, and it's really not about knowing what to do. As some of you may think. You may be sitting there thinking right now, well, I could work them if I knew what to do, and I could work them if I knew what to say. If Scott tells me what to say and Scott tells me what to do, I could do it. Truth is, you don't even need to know what to do or what to say, which means you probably don't need me very much, do you? But that's the truth. And really, I'm going to support this with some stats, but just showing up, whether you know what to do or say, if you don't know anything, if all you do is show up, you actually have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a listing. That's 1 in 3. Why, Scott? Well, why would you say that? Simple. NAR survey. They've done this repeatedly. They ask sellers, how did you pick your agent? 1 out of 3 sellers said clearly, I picked my agent based upon the first one I met that I felt connected to. What's my point? Well, you could get lucky 1 out of 3 times. All you got to do is connect. I know it sounds pretty silly, doesn't it? But here's another thing. If you go there and just focus on connecting and you go on 3 appointments, you're going to get a listing. And that's if you don't know what you are supposed to say or do. And I'm going to actually tell you what to say, and I'm going to tell you what to do. Here's another survey. NAR did this survey. They said that of all the expired listings, half of them, that's half of them, are going to go back on the market in 30 days, and listen closely, with a different agent. That means if you're not the agent that they already had, you have a 50-50 chance that they're going to hire a different agent. And if you want to improve the odds that that different agent will be you, all you got to do is show up. But let me give you the best reason why you should work expireds for all of you here today. You're going to get paid. I know for some of you, you haven't gotten paid in a long time. And you're thinking, my goodness, I can't afford to stay in the real estate business. I need to go get me a paying job. Well, you can afford to stay in the real estate business because the other agents are the ones with that attitude, and you're here with me, so you don't have that attitude. And, you know, I think the nicest thing about this is working with expireds, you don't have to work 50 hours a week. All you have to do is work about 10 hours a week. And if you put those 10 hours a week, let me break it down for you. That's 4 hours each week doing marketing. 4 hours. That means if you spend 4 hours a week doing what I'm going to teach you to do here tonight, 4 hours, and add to that you're going to go on 2 appointments every single week. That's 2 hours per appointment, so there's 4 more hours. And then you're going to need a couple of hours to do paperwork and follow-up, which comes out to a total of 10 hours a week. And if you put in 10 hours a week, and I'm not saying you did, but every one of you, any of you, if you put in 10 hours a week doing what I tell you to do, then you can have a new listing every single week, which is pretty good money. When you think about it, 10 hours of work for $3,000 bucks, it's probably one of the highest average hourly incomes you're ever going to make without doing something illegal, and that's kind of nice. Now, what is the process, and how do I get to that? That's what we're going to go through tonight. So what we're going to cover while we go through the materials, a few things I'm going to take you through, how the breakdown of 10 hours, what do you do, and every component of it. I'm going to go really fast. Everything I'm doing tonight is being recorded, so you're going to have an opportunity to come back, download it, listen to it again and again and again, which is really what I think you should do. Not that you love listening to my voice, but when I finish breaking it down, it's so simple, it's so easy. Worst thing you could worry about is that your competition is going to get hold of it. Now, I'm going to also answer questions. I may not be able to answer the questions entirely before we finish, but if you want me to stay, I will answer the questions. And I am going to try to talk you into something. And this something is like almost spending no money, but getting a whole bunch of stuff. So, you know, don't be shy. I'm not going to be, and I'll let you know about that as we go on. If you do have a question, feel free to ask the question. You don't have to worry about, you know, me being interrupted, because with the number of people I've got on this call, and I'm very grateful that you are here, and I have never had this many people sign up for this topic, so it tells me something. But if you have a question or a concern or you don't understand, you need me to explain it, I will. I absolutely will. I can't bring people into the call because there's just too much background noise. And so that's why I do it. And I break it into smaller recordings right now.